Hello again, Reggie Moon with Eclipse, USA Realty. Call me anytime, 404 Eclipse. Today I'm talking about the three directions that a contract goes in between an offer and actually a closing, turning into a homeowner. Here's how it works. The house has to meet the lender's requirements. The buyer has to meet the lender's requirements, and the buyer has to meet the seller's objectives. If all three of these things happen, then you go under contract and you close. The biggest of those three, when I say the buyer must meet the seller's objectives, is the seller wants to know, where are you getting your loan from? Who's your lender? When you write an offer, if your agent hasn't given you better counsel as to let you write an offer where your lender is one of these big fat banks that doesn't care, they're slow and they're not honest, and I'm not going to mention any names, but if your agent hasn't helped you a little bit more along by saying, listen, that lender is not going to work because the seller's not going to take it. That lender has a reputation. Listen, I've closed over 500 deals since the crash. I've seen every deal fall apart, and look, that's 500 that actually closed. I've had hundreds that fell apart for really crazy reasons. Almost all of them were based on the lender and the appraisal. But back to what I was saying. If your agent is not helping you to better select a lender, then when you write the offer, it doesn't matter if it's above the contract price, if it's a quick closing, if it's a lot of earnest money, if it's a big down payment, things like that. None of that matters if you choose the wrong lender, and sellers know that. So when you are writing an offer and you're one of 5 potential, 6, 7, 8 potential buyers for that property, and here's the seller getting all these multiple offers, when he sees yours and sees that it's one of these big fat banks that caused the crash, that it's one of those guys that you're trying to get a loan through, he's not even going to look any further if he's an educated seller. Now you have some sellers, they don't know any better and they like that particular bank or their particular commercials, and sometimes you can sneak one in. But here's what I'm saying, this whole point. If you choose the wrong lender, you won't close for a number of reasons. It's typically you choose that lender, the seller won't take the contract. There's a little more to it than that. They will tell you lies like, hey, listen, multiple inquiries will lower your score. That's one of the biggest lies in the industry. You have 30 days, and in those 30 days you can shop for a mortgage. And in those 30 days you can have a multiple, literally an infinite number of mortgage companies pull your credit and your score will not drop. In those 30 days, you can do that. Literally hundreds, thousands of mortgage companies can pull your credit and your score won't drop. One of the lies that these big fat banks tell you to get you to go with them is, listen, if someone else pulls your credit, your score is going to drop and you're not going to qualify. It's not the case. It's another lie. When I say they lie, they take a long time and they don't close, that's what I'm talking about. Listen, I could go on and on about this. The wrong lender means you don't get the deal. That's it in one sentence. You go with the wrong lender, you may get the deal, but you're probably not going to close. Call me anytime. It's Reggie Moon, Eclipse, USA Realty. The number to me directly is 404 Eclipse. Thanks.